A great way to start off here as we welcome you back to the LPL in a very different way for the regional final. Starts the regional qualification tournament as well over the next 3 days. My name's ZIGGS, and ironically, gentlemen, we opened up with the Phoenix flying the day after they got knocked down. I'm joined by Raz. I'm joined by IWillDominate once again, who doesn't sleep. And Raz now on a different time zone completely. Yep. A reminder to our audience tuning in that over the next 3 days, we are deciding the 3rd and 4th seed going to Worlds. Dom, this is a big difference here because remember, 3rd seed will go into the group stage with FPX and EDG. 4th seed down with play-in teams with the in a knockout stage where it's going to be a lot harder to get through.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I think that realistically speaking, all of these teams should be looking at that with the confidence to be able to go through. I know for LGD, it went a little bit more rough than expected, probably. Yeah. But overall, I mean, I think that LPL teams have been looking a lot stronger this year than last year, especially like the top teams, I think just really leveled up. So going into the play-ins, I think that all these teams should be considered strong favorites in whatever group they get.
Yeah, they really should. So 3rd and 4th seed over the next couple of days for the regional finals. This is how the format works today. We are starting off with day number 1 with RNG versus WE. That's today's matchup, if anyone's wondering. The 3rd seed at Worlds will be decided by the winner, where the loser will get another opportunity to qualify for the 4th seed with that last spot at the World Championship as well. And starting with RNG, we're going to start on a negative tone because I know both of you guys have so much to say.
It's the truth.
It's the truth, man, because RNG, let's be honest, they sucked. They did not play well against LNG, and in their one and only series of playoffs, they did not perform like MSI champions.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that the weird thing about this series was that RNG really lost at the things that they were best at. Yeah. RNG is a team that overall, throughout MSI, throughout Spring Split, and throughout Summer, once they got on that run, it felt like once they get around an objective, they're just going to end up taking it every single time. They always had the right decisions, when to turn, when people are going to be finishing the objective, like how many people are needed for every single Baron, how much damage they have. Like, this was just one of their biggest strengths. And in this series, LNG ended up beating them at it multiple times, and a couple Baron throws came through, and it was actually just really rough for RNG to lose the series. I think they came in as strong favorites.
But going to the positive side, I want you guys to run me through what you know of RNG, what you think about this team, because RNG is still the MSI champions. As we bring this graphic up, a reminder to our audience tuning in into what they were so good at, into, Dom, all the things you're talking about, if we can start with you here, with core players that we need to look at, starting with how good Xiaohu is, man. His transition to the top lane has been flawless.
Yeah, right. And Xiaohu obviously has been the best top laner in LPL so far this season. And I think the thing that LPL does really well, and specifically RNG, is playing around win conditions for teams specifically. And for RNG, when Xiaohu's gets a counter pick, they just send people to his lane, whether it's Ming roams, Wei leaning up, and even Cryan's entire champion pool and the whole way that he presents himself, the whole way that this guy plays is around enabling other people. And Xiaohu just seems like a main carry for this team. So I really feel like this team in general is like a 2 main carry threat team with Xiaohu on the top side, Gala in the bot lane. Gala normally doesn't get resources, but always shows up. But when they start putting resources into top lane, you know that Xiaohu can carry the game. And I think that RNG in general, when they're looking at this top lane, it's going to be a really big deciding factor. I mean, WE, obviously, with one of the best top laners in the league themselves, in Breathe, this is going to be the matchup that I think is going to define the majority of the series here. Coming into the series, I mean, I'm kind of viewing it as a one-off. They did have that loss to BLG, but it was towards the end of the season. You can't really know how much seriousness goes into those matches once you're already qualified. So for me, when I'm looking at this team, I'm just expecting or I'm looking to see which RNG are we going to get today. Are we going to get the RNG that is the most decisive team in the world around objectives, or are we going to get the RNG that looks lost and has random TPs and people get picked off when they start a Baron?
I love that. I mean, I agree. I think that's what I'm looking for too.
On the other side, though, I want to talk about WE because we haven't gone into them yet, and talking about WE as a playstyle, they've changed quite a lot. Regular season WE look nothing like playoffs WE, right?
Yeah, and for me, when I look at WE, I'm pretty much just disregarding the regular season when it comes to how I perceive this team and how they're going to play coming into this series, mainly just because they played so many games recently in all these best of 5s leading up to this, having to go all the way through the gauntlet into the winners bracket, back down to the losers bracket. I mean, this team has been literally all over the place. So when I look at this team, the main person that I'm actually looking at who's not on this graphic is Shanks. I think Shanks has been night and day from regular season. This guy has been so good, and he's been a main carry throughout the season. So I feel like this is just something that completely changes the dynamic of how these teams are going to interact. Shanks now with the more carry-oriented mid lane style versus Cryan. I want to see if he's able to really use this to his advantage and get big leads in the mid lane. Do we see him just go for some 1v9 Rise performances, kind of like what we saw from Scout yesterday?
Run me through your thoughts here and your prediction to lead us in.
Generally, I mean, I'm just going to start with the prediction. I think RNG is going to go 3-1, but you got to remember, I predicted FPX 3-0, and my predictions this split in LPL this playoffs have not been that great. So it hasn't gone as I expected, but I think that RNG is a really insane team. I think RNG 3-1, they just play super well around top lane, and I feel like WE really doesn't do that well when Breathe is behind. And if RNG is able to execute these dives, do the things that we saw. I mean, we even saw a clip of it in our little segment earlier where they're just playing Lucian into Jace, diving top on repeat, and that's just not going to be a good time for Breathe in the top lane. So I really think that this series is going to come down to can WE actually fend off a lot of these dives and this early aggression that's going to come from RNG. And then besides for that, like just throughout the split, I just feel like RNG was really good at playing their advantages out. They're really clean. They're really crisp with the way that they were able to transition a small early game lead into a bigger mid game lead into just a win almost instantly. So I really respect this team. I still think they're insanely good. They won MSI, they won Spring. I don't think that they're dead by any means just because they lost to LNG. So yeah, that's my prediction, and I guess that's a little bit of the reasoning. Oh my god, wait, it's first pick Aurelia. Well, we'll see if this could be for Shanks. Cryan with the Galio here, I actually think this is really interesting because it's just RNG committing to the style that they're gonna play. I like the Camille ban. Ooh, Kalista, all right. So Kalista is considered pretty decent into ZIGGS because obviously it's really hard to hit bombs on the ZIGGS, but I just feel like after lane phase it becomes so hard around Drakes that I'm not a huge fan of it in general. Wow, the Wukong from Xiaohu here. I mean, Wukong makes sense in the context of the comp, right? They have Ming's ult into Wukong ult into ZIGGS ult with Galio ult on top. Like, this is pretty insane. I mean, both teams have pretty decent drafts. All right, I'm ready, man. I hope it's a banger. Are the finals? I mean, I enjoyed the finals. FPX ended up losing, but you know, I was pretty happy that the teams came to play, and I thought EDG actually prepped really well for it. So EDG coaching staff definitely deserve. Okay, so we have the bot lane coming in. The TP's instantly, but it's matched. Okay. I mean, Beisheng has flash. Oh my God, Beisheng didn't get the ability to flash. He just got one shot there. This is ZIGGS. I mean, I think this was okay. I don't think it was terrible. Ooh, I mean, this... Oh, Beisheng has flash, but okay, it was kind of a late flash. Oh, good from Wei. Did you see how Wei flashed over Shanks there? I love that.
And just really nice play coming out from RNG. They might even be able to continue at least.
I mean, Beisheng has no flash here. Cryan has no ult, which is why WE is forcing this. At least I would assume that's the logic. But Xiaohu has ult. I think that this fight actually will go to RNG. Oh, never mind. They got engaged on way too early. Well, we'll see here. Oh my God, never mind. It's going to be all RNG. They get a free reset for Viego. As soon as you get a reset like this in a fight, you know it's just completely doomed. That should have been another kill for sure.
But we are straight back into the thick of things. Everyone's here for a round two. Here we go.
Okay, they're still going for it. Ming gets the engage in. He gets a good stun. Oh, Wei gets a reset. Okay, I mean, RNG is actually playing like RNG. Holy. God bless. I mean, I love watching RNG when they play well, man. They're a really fun team to watch. Nah, I like WE. I just think that RNG are a better team. That's just been my take for a little bit. Oh, Galio's back in. This looks so punishing. Well, Missing ends up living here. Okay, because I think that they thought the Kalista ult was up. I would assume that was the issue there. Galio meta again, or is it an LPL thing? I don't know if it's an LPL thing or if it's just a Cryan and Doonby thing. I don't think that many teams are playing Galio mid. Galio mid can be used specifically as like a counter to... Oh, Ming actually went for the engage. Okay. Wait, Wei is on to Shanks. I wonder if Wei can actually 1v1 Shanks here. Oh! Inferno Bomb missed. Breathe is going to look for a flash Q here. Okay, Ming flashes away. Beisheng is just dead here. I mean, RNG is really perfect. Okay, Rise is TPing in here, but Wei is chilling. Wei can just stun. Okay, so he had to insta flash, but look at Ming's positioning. Shanks is just dead here. Oh my god, he missed the phase rush. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Ming should have got that. This is gonna be Callisto. Oh wait, no, Callisto is. Yeah. Oh no, okay, it is Callisto. L casts the flash too. The Galio goes to top side. Show top, show top, show top. Yeah, who's going in? Okay, this is pretty good for a WE so far. Oh, he's alive. Wait, this fight, there's too many fights happening at the same time in too many different locations. It's actually crazy. Okay, and ZIGGS won the top side of the fight. What is going on? This is a very LPL game. It is a very LPL game. Jesus. Like, maybe there's a couple that are like bad, right? Like, you should probably have predicted WE here. They can't do this Baron in time. This is just super desperation.
Straight into the Baron pit, and RNG are going to have to react. The big thing is, though, they don't have
this is just ultimate desperation, but it's okay. No Callisto. He doesn't care about his support. Nice. Good E from Breathe, but I mean, this is just going to be Baron for RNG, I guess. I mean, RNG doesn't have the best Baron, so maybe let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they just turn, kill the jungler. Now they go back to Baron, finish it. Lauren didn't say that FBI is better than Gala. He said that, like, you know, that could be an interesting matchup. Like, FBI could potentially win. I mean, FBI is pretty good. I've thought he was good for a while. Crying has Zanya still. I mean, he's the one that's tanking, right? So this is just, oh my god, they're just murdering it. Like, dude, when RNG stomps games like this, I swear they look so good. It looks so good. Yeah, I'm allowed to have C9 stuff on broadcast. I have like special ones for this. But yeah, I was told to use it.
That's right. Welcome back, Raz, Dom, myself, Asterix. We're going to be running you through game number 2 and eventually doing pick ban for it as well. After RNG won in 26 minutes flat. Dom, over to you for what was RNG's return to showing that they are a great team.
Yeah, I mean, I think they played really well this game, and they stuck true to their style. I mean, they had, you know, Gala playing weak side for the majority of the game. They had Cryin on the enabler, and I mean, this Galio, it seems like it's starting to creep back up in the LPL TF ban, but Galio came out, and I think you said for the next game that RNG is actually going to be on blue side, which means that now you have to consider, I mean, the TF, like, that was banned by WE in game number 1. So what is going to be the situation with TF? Are we going to see them matched off? But in general, I mean, I don't think the Rise really worked into the Galio as a counter pick. So I really want to see what the strategy is to kind of shape the series more into WE's favor, where they're getting drafts that force RNG to, you know, not be able to roam around the map and get a million kills, where they actually have to lane and play situations out throughout the whole game instead of just grouping up together at like 5 minutes and just running around the map as 5, killing everyone.
And we know that, you know, WE had the choice of side selection here. They're the ones who wanted to be on red, and those are 3 powerful picks that RNG love.
Trundle down.
Lee Sin angle.
Yeah, Lee Sin's probably the best bet here.
I mean, I think Lee Sin has been really high prio in general. It looks like the ZIGGS is being hovered, and we'll see if WE decides to match this. I mean, they tried the Callisto last game, like we said. I'm not sure if that's the best angle. Maybe we see the Elk Vayne. That looked pretty good now, but now WE has choice of jungle. So the Lee Sin going over to them, they have potential to take it if Beisheng wants to play it.
Oh, that's the call you're looking for.
Yeah,
I guess locked in.
There it is.
God damn it, Dom.
All right. Yeah,
God,
this is the
man.
strategy. So, I mean, this is something that we've seen in LPL. This is more of an LNG thing, but I mean, we talked about it. WE is also a team with a Vayne player on it. I'm personally a little bit of a hater on this strategy. I'll admit my bias. Every single time LNG picked it, I was like, man, this is never going to work. But it seems like you know, sometimes WE can get to these late game situations where they're able to have the threat of the pick. I just think that RNG, when they're playing well, is a good enough team to punish the early game where you really just have to deal with the fact that your Vayne is scaling. I mean, you want the shield bow, the Wit's End, and you want the Ginsu's coming in. And that's when the Vayne really gets strong, is on those 3 items. So I think RNG is a good enough team to actually snowball through.
There's the Malzahar. Normally, it comes through as a response in the mid lane, but Crying just pulls it out. And against an Olaf, I mean, RNG Raz, that is the left turn.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure about how this Malzahar is going to fare into an Olaf. I mean, Olaf is the type of champion that would be ideal against an immobile mid laner. So I think that now you kind of see what RNG is going to want. I really like the Lucian ban, but Jace is still up, which could also function in that same type of identity. You could go like a phase rush Jace into the Olaf. So I think that this is something that we might see from RNG, but definitely based on the draft, RNG need to pick an AD top laner. So that's already known by WE. WE could go into the second draft phase knowing that if they pick a champion top lane that's really good into AD champs, that's going to be relatively useful in this game.
So the Wukong pick there, just a volatile top lane. That just makes it so Team WE now, if you're Beishang, you want to play towards top side of the map pretty heavily.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that this is actually a really good takeaway by WE on the Jace. I think RNG would have been really happy getting Jace top with their team comp, because obviously Jace provides a little bit of that range damage, some of the poke, and I think that would have been a great pick. And now, I mean, this Olaf is looking pretty much like a turbo pick for WE into RNG's team comp. I mean, it's definitely not the most insane matchup in terms of just jungle 1v1 versus the Lee Sin. But when you look at overall the identity of the champions on RNG, most of their peel comes from CC, and Olaf just ignores all of that.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
For me personally, when I look at WE's draft, I'm torn, right? Because like I said, I'm a Vayne hater, but I actually think that WE have a much better draft in this game than game 1. So I think that this is really like them being set up for success by their coach here.
So in game 2, run me through, gentlemen, what you think, because it was an RNG 3-1. You know, you've given yourself that breathing game. Game 2 for WE versus RNG, starting with you, Dom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go. So I predicted 3-1, right? That's the series that I think is going to happen. And, you know, this was going to be the one here. I think WE got a good enough draft. I think that this will be a WE victory. Yeah, I mean, look, RNG can definitely win if they play better, but I think they got outdrafted here for the most part.
Missing will have that great help. They are going to try and turn this one around. Ming taking a very punishing trade.
Yep, that's the flash right there. Oh, never mind. That's a death right there. Really well played by Xiaohu and Wei. I mean, hitting the Lee Sin Q off the Wukong knockup. Clean.
Here because it's a whole party going up to the top lane. They are going to put down
that guy. Yeah, he is very dead. And they give it. Oh my God. Wei kicks it just to give it to Xiaohu because he knows how impactful it is. And Xiaohu getting these kills, being able to like get an early Divine Sunder is going to be so big. And there's no TP, so this is going to be free plates as well. Oh my Lord. Breathe is having a rough go of it.
Breathe. He thinks he's safe. He thinks I've cleared the vision this time around.
That's a no flash still. He's just dead again. It's a campsite. It's true. That's a turret being killed here too. It's huge, man. It's huge. Xiaohu's just rich after this. How do you even play the game as Jace now? I mean, I think you just freeze top and you just accept that you're gonna lose dragon. The thing is, like, when he's actually roaming, you see Breathe actually like push out because Xiaohu's getting things done on the map. 5-man bot. I mean, we're gonna need to see TP coming in from Breathe here, I think.
Best here for WE, but Shanks is roaming around. Mega Inferno Bomb does come down to try to jump onto the support. Missing goes gold, and they're buying a lot of time. Not a lot of damage comes down. There we go. The catfish ends up being taken.
Xiaohu kind of griefed. He's super griefed this. Oh man, Xiaohu actually threw so hard here.
I see the perfect angle, but no.
This was really bad from Xiaohu. Gave a big shutdown through his lead. Oh, Shanks just gets dove. Beishang is dead too, I think.
One more auto attack from the Vayne would have been enough, but they cannot find that kill while that's all been happening.
That's really, really good for Breathe, considering how far behind he was beforehand. Oh my God, Gala, the satchel execute. Okay, I see it. Mystic's going back, man. What is happening? The 50-minute bot lane fight. The thing is, because WE got first Drake, like they're gonna have the ability to scale here. Vayne having to deal with Wukong makes it a lot harder. It's not like he just gets the permatank from long range, and he's only playing against, or like it's only magic damage that can reach him. Ooh, they actually messed this up. Wow, they did a lot of damage there.
to finally the
Knock
turret goes
up.
down. There's a Mega Inferno Bomb back
ZIGGS
in on top
ult.
of this. They're trying to get the cycle
Clean.
off, Missing, who's forced to flash back in under his
Have
tower.
to charge on this.
Another
I think they can
charge
stay. I
off
think
of
Gala
Shelly
can look
as
for the
WE
W here
back into their
pretty
base.
soon.
They don't really
Oh,
have the
he
waves
did- he-
here
it wasn't
right
in
now to
range.
deal with these waves.
It wasn't in
Just
kill
not
range.
getting
Damn.
anything else off of it.
Thought it would have been. That was pretty close there. Wow, they're actually trying to contest. I mean, RNG definitely want to fight this. I mean, we'll see.
Double TPs have been brought in. The golden on the blue side. It's over to you and RNG.
I mean, RNG just thought this was free. They really greeted here.
They trade top laner for jungler, but look at Elk. He's pushing forward. Elk is looking for
Elk is, oh my god, they threw the whole game. They threw the whole game by going topside here.
Triple kill.
They get Baron too. Yeah. Vayne just always ends up working. I hate that Vayne always ends up working here, man. And now the Jace is literally just ahead of Wukong. It's so crazy. Why does Vayne always work into ZIGGS? I swear it's so bad, but like, it feels like the ZIGGS team always just throws the game at one point. Whatever. I remain a hater.
That was the big thing as well. You see how quickly Breathe and Elk committed to flashing over the wall. Oh, never mind. We're going to find something.
Okay, Elk is just one shot.
Elk, this is a ZIGGS. You can take this so incredibly
Wow.
quickly. And with topside pushing as well, you need Shanks. You've no wave clear. You need Shanks to commit back to the team, but never mind. It's a 4v3.
Yeah, Shanks is not here, so they're just going all in.
Kench goes down. Beishang forced to ult
Wow.
away.
And like Shanks was still just balling. They recognized that he's balling. Now they get 2 inhibs. I mean, Vayne has just 0 wave clear, so it just allows ZIGGS to just do whatever he wants the whole game.
TPs, but I do believe that WE are ready and waiting. But Dredgeline does land onto Missing. He does end up getting caught up and knocked up. Does have the great skin to keep himself alive.
Okay, Shanks is doing a lot of damage here, but he doesn't actually kill anyone. Flash hook from Ming doesn't end up doing anything either. 3 inhibs. Yeah, their job is done. 3 inhibs. That means that they get Baron for free, which means they end the game for free.
Every single wave now with all 3 inhibitors down 50 seconds away from the Baron too. So RNG can back it up, can play for that objective.
Oh my god. They're so desperate. So the reason why WE feels compelled to go for this is like, if they don't fight right now, then RNG just gets Baron and ends the game because there's 3 inhibs down. So I think this is actually a pretty decent idea to fight this.
Chase goes down. It's a trade of 1 for 2, 2 for 2. They're trying to go this one now. It's top laners and support's dead. But the triple kill here for Elk.
I mean, they have to defend their base. Like, their base is just dying. But this was definitely the right call by WE. Wait, does Olaf have flash? That's the question. I mean, based on how he's positioning, he doesn't. Yeah. And bot lane is pushing, so RNG just needs to do nothing and wait for the bot lane to push. Yeah, this is correct from RNG. Just stall here, poke at them, do all that good stuff. Look at your bot wave. And now you start Baron again and force them to stay, and now they have to make the hard decision. This is good macro.
Not going to be able to do it. RNG will pick this one up inside of RNG.
It's so big. Level 16 ZIGGS with death cap. GG.
Do or die for RNG. The poke is coming down and Beishang down below half. There's a Mega Inferno Bomb bringing him down and popping his
ZIGGS just does way too much damage.
Tankiness in this fight. We can see just so much damage coming down. They're going to use
And the Olaf go.
He goes in to die, and that's the
Just trying to prop his Gore Drinker. I mean, they feel like they need to fight so badly. Trying to force anything.
The stopwatch out of Elk. He used the QSS. He's trying to back away. He's got his immobile shield bow, but he cannot survive.
Oh, he hit it.
The Sonic Wave
GG.
lands, and RNG clean up a clean ace.
They figured out how to give no room to
RNG with Chovy. I don't know if RNG would be as good with Chovy. Like, Chovy's good, but I feel like Chovy would fit more in like an LNG style team than an RNG style team, because I think that RNG is very like specific about the way they play, and I just don't. I don't know. I just don't see Chovy as like a player that would want to play in RNG's mold.
Well, RNG have kind of smacked WE around in game 2, a little bit more back and forth, but it definitely was a great start of the series. Now with RNG 2 up, I got Raz, I got IWillDominate next to me, first name William, last name Dominate, and we have just experienced, I don't know what to call it. Raz, would you like to tell me what we saw in game number 2?
A shellacking, a stomping, domination. I can keep going. You know,
It was a mixed bag, though.
a pimp slap. like, that was disgusting. And it started from Wei, who ended up, of course, getting the MVP of that game. He's insane, man. And I know that, Dom, you were talking about him coming into this series too, right? Like, it's ridiculous that he was able to take over the game so early.
Yeah, Wei's been super good, and I think that WE is really put themselves in a bit of a hole here. Their responses to ZIGGS have not worked out. We saw the Vayne this game, but the Kalista the game before. And you already have the Varus and TF bans. It feels like those need to stay. The Viego ban was something that Wei has played really well on top of it. So I really just don't know what the approach is going to be. And we know that WE is coming into this next game on red side. I feel like they're really in a hole here. I mean, you're going to end up giving over a couple of these power picks. And I mean, honestly, I felt like the Malzahar was useless for the majority of this game,
Yes.
but they still were able to get a win on it. So I feel like even with a good draft, WE is still behind. I'm not sure what they can do to actually like come back and win a game this series.
That's the problem. I just think that WE as a team is just not on the level of RNG right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're not on the level of RNG, and I think that they really have committed so hard to trying to counter RNG strategy, and I feel like at this point they just need to give a different look.
Yeah.
Like maybe you just let the Varus go over and you get away from this Wukong ZIGGS combo that it seems like RNG has been running this series. I just feel like you need to do anything to kind of change the identity of these games, because it looks way too easy for RNG right now. Like that game was pretty much an RNG stomp, even with a massive throw in it. So what happens if RNG plays a clean game? Like then you're just getting stomped the same way you did in like 24 minutes in game one. So I don't know, man. I think it's really tough. WE is definitely not a bad team. I just think that their approach has not been good to RNG this series. Yeah, and I think the thing that must be considered now for WE is the fact that they have now lost 8 straight stage games.
Oh,
in a
no.
row. That cannot
no.
feel good, man. Like 0-8. That's half the spring split in LCS and LEC. Imagine if you just were having a run like that. I mean, that's a Schalke level bad like first half. So for me, man, it's a little bit tough. I don't know. Like I just feel like this is something that you have to consider. It's like nothing you're doing is working, and not just against RNG, against any team. Like you're just perpetually losing. God, my sleep would really appreciate a 3-0 here. Oh, they got ZIGGS again. All right. Well, it's ZIGGS versus Varus. This is different. So they left up ZIGGS and Varus so that they could get Varus into the ZIGGS. Yeah, I like this approach. This is like, so either you ban both or you do something like this. Galio. I mean, the Olaf is really good. I mean, the Olaf is really good into both Varus and Xin, man. This is actually pretty good for RNG so far. So does WE answer with Ryze on 3? Because it feels like they've just been wanting to play Ryze here. Jace? Ugh. Well, WE has to ban Lucian now. WE's 2 bans. Hear me out. You ready? Lucian Wukong. Boom. All right, they f***ed up. They're doomed. They need to ban Lucian Wukong here, I think. I mean, I guess Lucian is not the best into Xin. Maybe that's why they're leaving it up. I assume they're going to ban Wukong. Yeah, they left Lucian up. I mean, I'm expecting a Lucian 1,000,000% here. I'd be very surprised if it's not a Lucian. I mean, what else could it be if it's not a Lucian? Let's try to get away from the Lucian idea. I'm trying to think about anything else. Malphite open. They're not going to go Malphite with AP mid, AP bot. There's no way. I mean, I feel like this is a Lucian every time. I don't know. Yep, there's the Lucian. I mean, what do you want from me, guys? What do you want? I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of this. Like, I think they should have just went Lucian Wukong, make him play Camille into Jace. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's smelling like a 3-0. Dude, I should have predicted 3-0. I went 3-1 because it sucks when you predict 3-0 and then it ends up being the other team wins. You don't look as bad when you're saying a 3-1. Who Lucian, man? They see Cryin already moving. Like, Cryan's moving for this. Way's moving for this. They're doing the 315 dive. They're smelling out that 315 dive.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. They have a ward over the back.
Breathe is really low. He has to back off the way. I mean, this is good enough. They already won the situation by doing this. Satchel gap. Absolute satchel gap. Nah. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
Starts this game off with a bang.
I mean, Gala's been so clutch with the satchels.
Oh, the satchel gap. Wait, he's dead too. Dude, they're so out of it. They're so defeated mentally, bro. They are so defeated. Dude, they gave ZIGGS 3 games in a row too.
And here, I mean,
Wait, they just did it again. They literally just did it again.
Wait, they killed him again? All right, just GG. They're so shattered mentally, bro. They're so shattered mentally. 2K gold lead at 4 minutes.
Problem, Ming even worse to deal with for WE.
God, FF, man. God, just FF. Oh, man, why did RNG have to lose to LNG? It would have been such a hype playoffs if RNG got to play against EDG and FPX at the same time. That's a good kill. That's a good kill, Top. I respect that kill. Wait, Way's level 6. Breathe is dead again.
Breathe walks back into the top lane, and there's still an Olaf here.
Deja vu. I have been to this place before. Breathe underneath this turret, trying to see if he can get away. Doing great work though to just not tank up the turret just yet. Now we'll use the Ragnarok into the culling. It's that simple.
No.
Oh no!
Is it gonna be 4 solo kills? Okay, I guess it's not 4 solo kills.
Oh, they're so close.
Elk hit level 6. Oh, he flashes and the guy lives with 1 HP. Just FF, man. Please, just FF. Go next. Go next, man. I can't take it. Seems like whatever they were trying just didn't work out. Yeah, this game is beyond over.
And those levels is going to be very meaningful.
Even items, right?
Oh, Shanks is dead too.
Way has such a
Oh, Shanks, he's in a lot of trouble. He does steal the Ragnarok to stop himself against CC.
It's just an absolute slaughter, bro. This is like, it's literally like a 2-hour and 30-minute series from start to finish. My God. What RNG just tweeted? Hysteric said, all right, RNG, IWillDominate needs to sleep. And then RNG official account tweeted, Operation Get Dom Some Sleep is a go. God bless them. Has it been like this every game? Game 2 was kind of close, but game 1 was a complete stomp, and then this is like another complete stomp. I mean, games 1 and 3 were just absolute fistings. Like, that's actually how it feels. Beishang is in trouble here. Beishang's going down for sure. I mean, is this just Baron? Probably just Baron. Okay, it looks like they're not actually going to go for it. Looks like they're just going to end up going for Soul. Gala needs the base too. I mean, Gala's so close to death cap. There's no reason for them to throw the game here. I respect the discipline. Yeah, Gala has death cap. It's crazy. It's so sad. All right, let's see the poke ult. He didn't even hit the center of it. That was enough. Oh my God, Ming just hex flashed in and died instantly. That was kind of rough. Cryin is flanking. He just one-shot Elk. Shanks is dead, but he might kill Xiaohu first. I mean, Wei is killing people on the backside. Can they end? Guess not. I guess they think they can end.
And I mean, this is just gonna do so much in like these extended skirmishes. We're seeing TP though.
They know Gala's by himself. They know he has no support. They're trying to just basically delay him from getting.
Oh my God, the damage! Oh my God, the damage! Oh no.
From the 2v2s playing with Ming, bumping, missing under the tower, killing him again, to there, the 1v1, absolutely crushing. RNG don't take their foot off the gas.
They do not. There's going to be the showstopper. It's going to stop everything from Beishang trying to get away, but now it's a 3v2, and the rest of RNG say, oh, sorry, dude, we don't want anything to do with this. The culling, though, is just ridiculous.
Oh, the peel from Ming was actually great here, but Shanks still kills Wei.
No, the sustain is just about enough to keep him alive.
And they end through top.
To make it a trade of 1-for-1. RNG are back. They've got Gala. He's no mana, but his passive.
And they end mid?
It looked like WE.
Guess not. Gala's no mana. All right, so I'll probably turn off the stream and then just finish off the analyst desk. That'll be it. Yeah, I'll just turn off the stream because there's no point in me coming back after the analyst desk. I will, yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow for another LPL stream. Do our last day of analyst desk tomorrow, and then after that, Sunday I'll be co-streaming, but I won't be doing analyst desk.
The MSI champions will
Yeah, it was fun.
LPL.
I am going to finish off the LPL stream, and then I'm going to sleep.
My name's Hysterics. I'm joined by Raz and Dom, who are going to take us through not too long because Dom has gotten his sleep, so congratulations. But more so, congratulations for joining us on what has been such a successful series for RNG with very big successful picks off the back of it as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the ZIGGS is the thing that you have to talk about here. I know that people are probably tired about hearing it. They heard it on the analyst desk. They heard it during the cast. But really, WE went into this series with 3 different approaches to deal with the ZIGGS. Approach number 1 in game number 1. The early game aggression from Kalista. Push it in, dive it at 315. Yeah. That failed. Okay, all good. Game number 2. The passive approach. Let's just get a ZIGGS.
Yep.
Let's farm. Let's farm the Vayne into the ZIGGS. Let's just give him his space. And then late game, the Vayne's gonna outscale and 1v9 a team fight. That failed as well. Okay, so they got approach number 3 finally. Leave up the ZIGGS. Leave up the Varus. Play the skill matchup in lane that's supposed to be slightly Varus favored, and then they just got clapped and gave like 4 solo kills. So I would say, you know, probably in the next series, they should probably consider banning the ZIGGS. That's just my take here.
Step inside the Cloud9 360 experience powered by Microsoft. See where we work, live, and play. Meet the team, visit the scrim room, learn how we prepare for matches. Check it out at Microsoft.com/inculture.